And the concern over swine flu, doctors say the use of hand sanitizers has skyrocketed recently.
But are they doing any good? News 2's Chris Nakamoto spoke to experts, and the results are surprising. It's a story you'll see only on News 2 as our series Battle Against Bacteria begins.
News 2 tested close to 7 common brands you can buy over the counter and 2 from doctors' offices. Tonight and tomorrow we'll show you which ones performed the best and which ones didn't work at all, as News 2 helps you fight the battle against bacteria. Your hands are your lifeline. Typing on a keyboard, dialing a phone, grabbing some Java, and eating your lunch. When the day's over, you might take your kids for a walk through the playground.
Is that fun?
With all that touching, how often do you wash your hands? Kathleen Osborne is a grandmother concerned about her little one's hygiene habits. It's why she uses hand sanitizers.
Well, we've used it 3 times out here already.
But researchers say you could be wasting your time. So we decided to test some popular brands inside a microbiology lab at LSU. Germex Advanced, Germex, Walgreens brand, Winn-Dixie brand, and Dermacen, found only in doctors' offices.
We touched our fingers to one of the plates that was sterile before we began, and then we used the hand sanitizer just like you normally would, and then we touched another of the culture media plates to see how many bacteria were present before we used the sanitizer and after.
These petri dishes show colonies upon colonies of bacteria from an unwashed hand. After using the following brands of instant hand sanitizers, the results surprised even microbiologist Karen Sullivan.
They didn't quite all work the same, and none of them really killed the majority of the bacteria on our hands.
Here's how the brands stacked up. Germex Advanced killed the bacteria colonies by 30%, while regular Germex worked better, killing nearly 70%. Walgreens worked even better, killing bacteria by 71%. And Dermacen, the one found in a doctor's office, worked the best, killing 95% of bacteria on hands. Surprisingly, one didn't work at all.
The Winn-Dixie, neither person who tested that had their bacterial count go down.
When the Winn-Dixie brand was put to the test, bacteria colonies actually increased by 41%. Though all the brands tested claim to kill 99.9% of bacteria, doctors have a warning.
I wouldn't really recommend any of the over-the-counter hand sanitizers unless you're going to be in a situation where you can't wash your hands.
For people like Osborne, knowledge is power, and she's just happy to know not to rely solely on hand sanitizers.
I'll use the sink. I'll do anything to try to eliminate the germs.
Tomorrow we'll put 4 more popular brands to the test, including Purell and Bath & Body Works. You won't want to miss it, as News 2 helps you fight the battle against bacteria. Chris Nakamoto, WBRZ Balance News.
Studies have shown you should buy hand sanitizers with an alcohol concentration greater than 60%. News 2 spoke to the manufacturer of Germex. They told us FDA testing shows it has kill reductions on 99.99% of all of its sanitizing products. The manufacturer said our test was unscientific and conducted in an uncontrolled manner and may not be accurate. The manufacturer of the Walgreens and Winn-Dixie brands stand behind its product. They told News 2 the formulations are identical.
News 2 knows you want to stay healthy this flu season.
So we are helping you fight the battle against bacteria. Last night we showed you 5 popular brands of hand sanitizers. Some worked, others did not. News 2's Chris Nakamoto tests more in part 2 of his series, The Battle Against Bacteria.
National studies have shown instant hand sanitizers have grown into a $112 million a year industry. But experts say you could be wasting your time and money if you're not using the right ones. At LSU's microbiology lab, students are counting bacteria colonies in petri dishes filled with germs. All labels on the sanitizers we tested claim to kill 99.9% of germs, but our findings indicate that's not the case.
But what we learned in this class is that bacteria is ubiquitous, which means they're everywhere.
According to microbiologist Karen Sullivan, most companies don't test sanitizers on people.
They actually take a flask of bacteria and they add a certain amount of the sanitizer and incubate it for several hours and then see how many are killed. In real life, that's not what we do with these.
Out of the 5 tested last night, only 1 came close to killing all bacteria, and it's a brand you can only find in a doctor's office, Dermacen. Tonight, we're testing the following brands: Purell, Bath & Body Works, and the Target brand. Here's how these brands stack up. Purell killed bacteria colonies by 41%. Bath & Body Works decreased bacteria by 11%, and the Target brand killed them by 41%. After seeing the results, it's clear they didn't match their label's claims. From the moment we wake up in the morning, we begin touching things, from turning off our alarm clock, turning on the bedroom light, to even going to the bathroom. Hand washing experts say we touch hundreds of things each day before even leaving our homes. Touching so many things in the morning, you know it's important to wash your hands. Doctors say if you have access to a sink, you may want to think twice before using that hand sanitizer.
I wouldn't really recommend any of the over-the-counter hand sanitizers unless you're going to be in a situation where you can't wash your hands.
Researchers say if you must use a hand sanitizer, make sure it has at least 60% alcohol to kill germs. And some alcohols work better than others.
The one that worked best is actually one from a doctor's office that we can't buy ourselves from a store, and its active ingredient was isopropyl alcohol. So if there are any out there that have that as an active ingredient, I would buy that one.
Doctors say a good rule of thumb when washing your hands is to sing happy birthday to yourself. That's the adequate amount of time you should keep your hands under a faucet. If you would like more information on how all of the sanitizers stacked up, we have the results on our website, WBRZ.com. Chris Nakamoto, WBRZ Balance News.
Now, also on our website, you can find responses from manufacturers of the brands featured in our stories last night. That and the test results at WBRZ.com.